Hello guys, welcome to today's video, which will be about ratio and proportion, a very important topic in year 9 maths, and yeah, we'll get on to it. So a ratio is it's a term, it's a mathematical term that allows us to see the relationship between two numbers or two values. So it just shows how two values are related. And yeah, so this is the sign for ratio. The main sign you'll see everywhere you see ratio. It's just a colon. And on two sides of the colon we have two different numbers. So let's say we're using the ratio to compare the relationship between apples and oranges, okay? So in case we have any random number inside here, 3 to 5. So what this actually means is for every 3 apples there are 5 oranges. So if you see in a cookbook you might see this actually. So if you're cooking a fruit cake, and they don't put oranges in fruit cakes, but just for an example, they could say for every 3 apples put in 5 oranges. And depending on the number of people who are coming, we put the apples, and depending on the number of apples, we put the number of oranges. Over here it says for every 3 apples there are 5 oranges. So if there are 6 apples there will be 10 oranges. So this shows the relationship between the apples and the oranges. Okay? So this is a vital part, the colon, in a ratio. Next, let's see how we can work out a question in ratio. Divide 1 hour in the ratio 3 to 7. Yeah. Okay, so how are we going to work this out? So the first step in solving the ratio is always to draw a proportion table. So yeah, that's how proportion is related to this topic. A proportion table looks like this. I'm sorry if it's not so neat. I have 2 columns here. Wait, just cover it up. Okay, since it's 3 to 7, one column will be 3, the other column will be 7. Okay, and this is the total over here. 3 plus 7 makes 10. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So we put 60 inside here. Because we can't put hours, this is 10 is, if we're using hours, a lot of complicated decimals will be involved. So I think it's best for this question, we convert it to minutes. So we put the 60 minutes over there. And now we must find the relationship between the 10 and the 60. So 10 and 60, we need to multiply 6 to get to 60. So for these two terms, do the same thing. Since it's multiplied by 6 for the total, we multiply by 6 for 3 and 7. 7 times 6 gives us the 42. 3 times 6 gives us the 18. 18. So as you can see, 18 plus 42 gives us the full 60 minutes. So the answer is 18 minutes and 42 minutes. Because that's what has been divided into this ratio, 3 to 7. Therefore the answer is 18 and 42. We just divided that. Okay, so that's the proportion table, and that's how we divide a value into a ratio. Okay, that's 3 to 7. We calculate the total. We put the total we're supposed to get, which is 60, and then we see the relationship between the first total and the given total, which is multiplied by 6 this time, and we multiply 6 to both these values too, to make it make sense. Okay, so then we get our answer, which is 18 and 42. It is what 18 plus 42 makes 60, and 60 has just been divided into the ratio 3 to 7. Now for another question, but this time we are going to be involving money. Okay, divide $150. That's a lot of money. $150 into the ratio 3 2, 5 to 2. So this is what we call a triple ratio. There are three numbers involved in the ratio. Actually, ratio can be going on and on and on, but this is a triple ratio, which means there are three values involved. So what we need to do right now is we need to draw a proportion table again. This time, since there are three values, we need to draw three different columns. So there it goes. 1, 2, 3, and this one for the total. So that's for the total. We draw up a neat table, which is not so neat in my case, but I hope you make it neat. So that we type in 3, 5, and 2. And as we know, 3 plus 5 makes 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. Okay? We don't want 10. We don't want $10. We want $150. So we put $150 in the next column, and we calculate the relationship between 10 and 150. So we need to multiply 15 to get 150. So we multiply 15 to all these values over here. 3, 5, and 2. So 2 times 15 gives us 30. 5 times 15 gives us 75. 3 times 15 gives us 45. As you can see, 45 plus 75 plus 30 gives us $150. So that's how we divide money into a ratio. So the answer is $45, $75, and $30. So you can see, so we've just divided $150 into three different parts in the ratio 3 to 5 to 2. Okay, next up in ratio and proportion is simplifying a ratio. As you can, simplifying a ratio is just like simplifying a fraction, but this time we're simplifying a ratio. So let's see. Okay, we have the ratio. Let's say we have maybe the ratio 24 to 42. And now we have to simplify it. Okay? Okay, so now in order to simplify a ratio, we need to find out the common factor between both of this. So 24 to 42, let's start by dividing 2 on both sides until we get to the simplest ratio. So 24 divided by 2 is 12, 42 divided by 2 is 21. Now, is that all? No, we can still simplify more. We need to go on simplifying until we get the simplest term. Okay, so next simplification is the common factor over here is 3. So between these two values, I would say the common factor is 3 because you can divide 3 with 12 and also with 21. Let's divide 3 on both sides now. So 12 divided by 3 is 4 and 21 divided by 3 is 7. So the simplified version of 24 to 42 is 4 to 7. So this is how we simplify a ratio. If we have a triple ratio and all of it is using different metric values, so you can have 0.4, 75%, and 2 over 3. How are we going to simplify this? This is quite tough because this is in a decimal, this is in a percentage, and this is in a fraction. And we want to bring it all to the same value over here. So let's try it out. So, okay, let's convert all these to 1 unit. We can either do it in a percentage, a decimal, or a fraction. Okay, I think I will go for percentage, but it's completely up to you. But if the question says you need to do it in a particular way, follow that. So because this question has no rules saying that I just need to do it in a fraction or a percentage or a decimal. I'm just gonna randomly choose percentage. I'm gonna make it all percentage. So 0.4 is 40%. 40%. And 75% is already in a percentage, so I just copy down over there. And a 2 over 3 is a 66%, 66.6. So that's a 67% perhaps. And we have brought it all to the same terms. It's all in percentage now. We can't simplify this any further because we can simplify 40 and 75, but we can't simplify 67. 67 seems to be a prime number, so that's it. That's the most we can simplify this ratio. And for our last simplification, we are going to be looking at, we're going to be simplifying the ratio and first calculating the values. This is our last question, and let's take this as a summary question, okay? So 405 centimeters in the ratio 7 to 8. Okay, we need to divide 405 centimeters into the ratio 7 to 8. So our first step, draw the proportion table. Sorry, it's not straight. So 7, 8, and 7 plus 8 makes 15. Now, next line we have 405 centimeters. We need to calculate the relationship between 15 and 405, which is 27. Okay, so now we need to multiply 27 by the 7 and the 8 too. So 27 times 8 equals 416, and 27 times 7 equals 189. So there we are. The answer is 189 centimeters and 216 centimeters. Okay, so we've just divided 405 centimeters into the ratio 7 to 8. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope this was useful. This is basically a year 9 topic. So please stay tuned to my website, mathsforgeeks.wordpress.com. Have a good day. Thank you.